Oh my goodness. That's a little... Oh, let's see. Okay. Hey everyone. That was a bit weird. Good morning. Hello. Kia ora. I am playing a short hike today. This is not Before We Leave. This is a completely different game. Hey Bowie! What's up? Thank you for being so patient and waiting for me while I figured out what was going on with my setup. It's oddly quiet. So before a short hike since it came out in like, was it May 2020, I think? So whoops. Let me just turn down the volume a little bit because I think it'll get to be a little bit of a lot, you know. So here we are playing a short hike. Now the reason why I'm playing it on the Bouncy Monkey Twitch stream is because Adam, the guy that made it, is really cool. He's my mate and I've not played it yet, so it's like an excuse for me to finally get around to playing it. I'm so sorry, Adam. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me if you're watching this. But as well as that, it kind of like vibes with our whole studio ethos, I suppose, because it's like, it's not violent, it's just really cozy, it's wholesome. It's very like, I guess kind of like a loving experience, and it's very, very much about the environment. Oh no. Well timed, Bowie. Well timed. Alright. Let's see why the person in this car never gets tired of this view. Claire. You're gonna have a great time here this summer. Oh, actually, I have a little fun fact before we really get into it. So, a short hike is what came after a game jam game that all of us did at Stugun. And this is the genesis of it, The Secret of Dank Mountain. And PC Gamer even did like a write-up about it. I don't get what's so dank about this pleasant mountain range. It's dank. You know, 2018 was the year of dank memes. No, go away. And yeah, it's in this article somewhere. I don't know if they put a screenshot, but how funny, right? Did you ever play the game? Which, a short hike or a Secret of Dank Mountain? I played a Secret of Dank Mountain because it was a game jam game, so I had to. But I've not played a short hike yet, no. I'm so sorry, Adam. But I've seen a lot about it, heard a lot about it. Obviously, it won a billion awards too. Okay, we're gonna have a great time here this summer, I think. It'll be good to get away from the city and take a break from everything else going on. So true, bestie. Are you still awake? Maybe. Hold on a little longer. We're almost at the ferry. Here we go. Oh, the music. Woo. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's just WASD for controls. Oh. Is it inverted? What do I do? Ah. Ah. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Ah, Okay, it's not West. Got it. Hello. Hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you all day. You've been busy? Kinda. Well, not really. I've just been waiting around for a call. Well, there's your problem. There's no reception out here. Or... wait, what? Yeah, I mean, pretty much no reception. Love it. Does anyone else love going on holidays and you look at your phone and there's no signal? Bliss. I love it. Ooh, so we might be able to find some reception at Hawk Peak. Oh, yeah, I guess. That's pretty far, isn't it? It's not that far. We've all made the trek before. I figured you would have gone already. Oh, yeah. I've been meaning to go, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Oh, we've all said that. Well, today's as good a day as any. Okay. Just take White Beach Trail and head north at the fork. White Beach Trail north at the fork. Then follow the signs for Hawk Peak. No problem! Okay. So, we're using the arrow keys on the keyboard right now. Is there anything in here? Oh, what's that? I found a shell! Guys, this is great news. I found a shell. Yay. And I can even go out to this little island. Can I swim? Whoa. I wonder how far I can go. Goodbye, Hawk Peak. I don't need... Whoa. Or can you? Oh, it sparkles. The shell sparkles in the sun. But otherwise, pretty boring. That's cool. I might... Big and crunchy. Medium rare, small and tasty, tiny and sharp, minimum. Let's go minimum because it is a little bit rough on the old eyeballs. Yep, that's good. Oh, controls. Aha. Ooh, okay. Lovely. It feels like I'm not playing a short hike anymore though. Let's just go back. Tiny and sharp maybe? Continue. There we go. It has to have that crunch, you know? Ooh. Oh, I wish I could do that. That'd be sick. Whoa. Oops. Nope, it's not spacebar. I'm just gonna get my hand off space. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Oh, there's a treasure chest. Did you all see that? Ah! Oh my goodness. I wonder what this would be like on a gamepad. Like an Xbox controller. I'm just gonna... Oh god. Yeah, that I would totally do that, Bowie. Yeah, just like, okay. Well, I just spoiled everything. Aha! I found a coin! Even the big pixels can't be seen on my phone. I went for Twitch Mobile. Nice. Okay, okay, okay. Damn, I'm getting some air, y'all. What does the sign say? Oh god. Whoa. Back to Hawk Peak Island. Okay, cool, cool, cool. The game is telling me that I'm faffing around. Ooh, look. A shell. Oh, another coin. That's cool. I wonder what else we can find on this wonderful little island. Does anyone else want to be on this island right here, right now? I know I do. Oh my god. Put a towel down on that little beach. Jump in the water. Oh, hey, Wild Harley! Yes, this is a short hike. And I'm pretty bloody jazzed to be playing it, finally. Alright, let's see if I can make this jump. Oh, I'm so bad! Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Let's just go for a little swim. That's some deep water, y'all. Let's go to the boys. The boys. That's even deeper water. Okay, that's the boundary. That's cute. So I could just swim forever, huh? That's pretty cool. Oh, hey, Kuja. You expect a boulder to come crashing down any second? And that boulder is called a space whale. Okay, so I think the really dark water is the boundary. Trade in the bus ride for a sunny beach? Yes, please. Oh my god, yes. Any old day. Summer is ending here in New Zealand soon. I really should go to the beach more before it actually does. Oh, another cute little island. Oh, thank you, game. Yes, I am a little lost. It's so gross and humid this week. It super is, eh? Apparently we're getting Fiji-like conditions. I was saying to my flatmate, like, okay, well, if you're gonna give us Fiji-like conditions, can you at least give us the Fiji as well, please? Ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that? Ooh. More muns. Love it. Oh, look at this friendly little dude. Hey, dude. What's happening? Oh, you know, just jamming out on the beach. I swear, everything... It's just like talking to Adam. Building some sandcastles and whatnot. Sounds like a good time. You know it. Can I borrow your shovel? Sorry, bud. I need it for sandcastle construction. Oh. Isn't it a little big for that? Yeah, but that's just how shovels are. You can get smaller ones. Ones made for sandcastles. What? Sounds fake. But if you can show me one, I'll be glad to trade. Ooh. Sounds fake. Aww. Okay, Hawk Peak Trail. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, I think we're like where we kind of need to be. However, I am going to faff around. Oh, another person. Oh, I'm Claire. Hey, Claire. How's the day treating you? Well, I'm just getting out of the house now. Ah. It's one of those kinds of days. Yeah. I've been kinda caught up in my head all morning. We've all been there, we've all been there. Would you say you feel lost and directionless? Maybe? Well, I've got just the thing for you. Oh, take this. Oh, a compass. To use it, press space to open your inventory, then select it from the items menu. Oh, thanks. This should come in handy. Happy hiking. Oh, everyone's so nice. Okay, the shells are boring. Cool. Oh, lovely. Fantastic. I swear that was like another... Oh no. This game's gonna take me a long time to play if there's bridges involved. Oh. Okay, we did it. We did it. What about for a really big sandcastle? Would it, if you built the sandcastle too big, would it just collapse? Pardon me. Or would you have to just get the foundations right? I'm asking the real questions here. Oh, Emily, come on. Okay, there we go. Oh, did I? No, I didn't. Excellent. What do we got? We got more money. More money. Oh yeah. Oh god. Okay, let's just... Claire can't walk in a straight line. No, she cannot. Oh my god. I actually think this would be way easier with an Xbox controller. But let's see how we go. Oh, I'm just gonna fall in the water. Yes, there she goes into the... Ooh, money. I'm gonna steal money from people. Yes. I could do a little jump with Z. That's nice. Give me the money. Give me the money. Z. Yes. Z. Give me the money. Give me the money. I want the money. Why can't I have the money? Hello? Someone give me the money. 2 hours later. I want money. There we go. We did it. That was... Oh, ball. No, ball, come back. I have pushed the ball into the sea. Its owner will be very unhappy with me. Oh. Come on. Oh, controller hot plugging. That's nice. The water shader is so nice, right? Oh, a Z. Oh, I can have a stick now. Oh yes, getting into the technicalities of sandcastles with a wild Harley. Come on, man. Get out of the water. Did anyone ever watch Just Add H2O? It was like a mid-2000s show, I think. Maybe 90s. Clary, the water. I've given up on this ball. I'm sorry to the owner. It's gone now. Oh no, it's very Australian. So if you want an Aussie experience, look it up. A Wild Harley says on the topic of sandcastles, I think it depends a lot on the shape. I built a bridge to one before over a several foot long, deep and wide trench. Wow, that's immense. The patience, my goodness. Ranger's cabin. Okay. Can I go inside? I want to go inside. Let me in. I love how she's just against the door. That's wonderful. Oh. I rarely watch video game streams, but it's very interesting to witness other people playing a game I already played doing things differently. Oh yeah, I will faff the hell around, man. And collect everything. I don't believe in taking the linear path. Oh, who dat? Where'd the person go? Oh. Oh, hey you. Buy me 15 shells. What? Why? I want them. Yeah, but why? It's a secret. Hey, okay. I'll keep an eye out. Keep both eyes out, please. Oh, okay, man. Okay. I'm sorry. Ooh, I wonder if the shovel could pick that up. Okay, it's oh no. Time to cross the bridge again. Oh god. Oh god. Ooh, we're just gonna run into that. It's H2O was it. Yeah, Sarah knows what's up. Also, hello. I hope your meeting went well. You follow the orders and the trails and everything? Oh man. I'm just like, sounds boring. Claire! Did you know you can hold Z while running to glide through the air? I didn't know that. Of course I know that. Everyone knows that. Why do you ask? I don't know. I just had a feeling you might want to know. Okay. That is extremely good to... No. There's like a surprising amount of dexterity involved. Hold Z while running. Oh my god, the dialogue is so good. Oh, that's way easier than holding enter. Far out. Secrets. Oh. Why is Claire so rude? She's not rude. How dare you? Also, hello, Sophia. Oh, hey! Welcome, Danny Kittens. Isn't it lovely? I've just started playing it. I'm like such a slowpoke. Just playing it for the first time today, finally getting around to it. Oh my god. I didn't mean to do that. I'm getting called out. Oh. Come on, come on, come on. Into the campfire. That's fine, that's fine. I'm back to where I started. This is a great game to play slow, so pretty. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. We are faffing around, let me tell you. Oh, there's a sandcastle. A wild alley, look. Wow. So I was just telling everyone before that Adam, the guy who made this game, is a friend. He's really nice. Adam, I miss your face. Stupid COVID. Really just cuts my bloody lunch that I haven't been able to go overseas and see my Northern Hemisphere friends in a very long time. Just really sucks, stupid COVID. Wholesome games are my favorite games. You should check out the games that we make before we leave, which is extremely different to this game, but it's still got cutesy vibes. You should glide into the waterfall. What? Okay. Surely something is hidden behind the waterfall. Oh, that's a good point. Following... Nope. Maybe it's further up. Oh, you're getting your third shot today. That's good. Yes. Excellent. Very good. Very good. It could be further up. Frick. Oh, okay, I think we've come through here. Whoa. Yeah, we've come through here. Oh no, I gotta cross the bridge again. This is the hardest part of the whole game. Crossing this bridge without falling off. Okay. No! Dang. That's okay. You move so fast, I guess it doesn't really matter, huh? Okay, we got the shovel man down there. We got shovel guy. Oh, we got another shell. Oh, climbing wall! Yes! Oh, this is a cute tutorial. Hey, Gaming Miri, how's it going? Hello? Let me climb, please. Oh, the rhino's so cute. Hey there. what are you up to today? Being really bad at crossing bridges, mainly. Thank you for asking. I'm hiking up to Hawk Peak. That's a tough hike. Oh, well, sheesh, now you tell me. Oh. Oh, man. That's a tough hike, you know? You'll need to learn to rock climb to make it to the top. Why not join our rock climbing club? Oh, it's just the two of you? Hey! Whoa. The Rock Climbers Association has hundreds of members spanning over 35 countries worldwide. Hundreds of members growing and refining the art of rock climbing. Pushing the craft to its absolute limit and beyond. I meant, if it's just the two of you, like, here? Oh my god. What of it? So aggressive. I'm fine. A bit exhausted from reorganizing the bookcase. Oh, that sounds a little bit satisfying though. Also, I've just noticed that I'm really grainy. Oh no. That's okay. I'll just have to be Ghost Emily again. Claire sure asks a lot of questions. She does. She knows how to drive the plot forward. Listen, kid. Climbing ain't for the weak of heart. Most people don't even have what it takes. It's not really that bad. So anyway, if you want to join the... Do you want to join the Rock Climbers Club? Sure. Great. Oh great, we've got our third member. Not third, just another drop. In the hundreds worldwide. Oh my god. Anyway. First things first. Okay. No, I don't have a golden feather. Oh, I gotta go to the visitor center. Okay. Thank you. Oh, there's a chest up there. Oh, another little guy. I've heard some rumors. Do you like rumors? I dabble. Oh, get the booster Thursday morning before class. Y'all make sure you take some Panadol before you get that booster. I've heard it helps. At least with the Pfizer one anyway. The NPCs are so good, right? The wall climber is giving you PTSD about self-aggrandizing folks. What does that mean? Let me Google it. Oh, thanks for the follow, Danny Kittens. I'm just looking it up on my phone because I don't want to alt-tab because the music stops. Aggrandizing. Oh. Right. To increase the power, status, or wealth of. Right. So making yourself seem more important than you are. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, Jim just bought a metal detector. He was running around yesterday looking for stuff on the island. It was going nuts, so seems like there's stuff buried all over the island. What kind of stuff? I don't know. Metal stuff? Pfft. Thank you, my dude. So helpful. Bruh, I want to be at the beach so bad. They're so good. Oh, is this the visitor center? Oh, money. Nice, this must be the visitor center because there's money. Hello, little guy. Howdy. How can I help you? Oh, I heard you sell golden feathers here. Oh, we do. You can buy one for 40 coins. I'll take it. I'm so poor now. Okay. Let me explain how they work. If you press Z while in midair, you can flap your wings for a double jump. Ooh, it's giving platformer. It took me this long to figure out Z is the action button, not Claire being tired at these NPCs. That's so good. To climb a wall, push against it and hold Z. The more golden feathers you have, the more you'll be able to climb and fly. Have fun out there. Howdy. What's up? What kind of merch do you sell? We're kind of low on stock, but that's good actually. It's been a busy season. We only have one hat left. It costs 100 coins. Now I'll pass. Okay. Let me into your hat. I love how she's just like against the wall. That's so good. She's all squished against the wall. Okay, we got it. We gotta go back. We gotta go back. Does this have a day-night cycle? Oh. Oh. Birds love trying to squish through the window. You right? Hello. Right, we've got the golden feather. Push against the wall and hold Z. Ugh. Did I just collect money? Okay. Okay, I'm overcomplicating things. Whoa. This squirrel's mean, man. It's got a freaking attitude problem. Oh, my feather came out. I'm turning blue? That's strange. I wonder what that means. Huh. Oh. Does it mean I'm like losing health? But there's no health bar. Huh. Ah, you might need to jump from the other platform. Gotcha. I'm like struggling a little bit with how it pans across. How do you do the thing again? That's right, you run and glide. Oh, wow, I'm bad at this. Oh! Oh! That's okay. Oh, wow. So, let's just try up instead. Oh boy. Completely missed it. Please just let me climb. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Oh, I thought that was a shovel for a sec, that rock just off the path. It kind of looks like a cleaver now that I think about it. Remember what the golden feather seller was saying, which was, there was a lot. Hey, okay, you have to keep holding Z or else it don't work. Double jump. Right, you got it, chief. Ah, yeah, that's right. Oh god, there's so much to learn. Oh hey, speaking of learning, in about 25 minutes time, we're going to have Sam, or aka Chief Monkey, on to talk about some before we leave stuff. So for those of you who are new to the channel, that's the game that we make, and Sam is our creative director. We have a new update coming out soon. Okay, can she do this? Oh my god, that's so hard! I know I'll get it, but I'm currently really struggling with the perspective. Let me up! Okay, Z to climb. Oh god. I think this would be much easier with a controller. Do I have my... Hey, honey! Do I have my controller lying around? I do. But, as you know, and other people on the channel might know, I'm incredibly lazy. And it's like, not, it's, I have to get up. You know? Yeah. We share one brain cell, right? Oh my god. I knew you'd appear with a controller. I knew it. I knew it as soon as I said I'm so lazy. Come say hi. Poke your head in. You're green, so you might... No, what? Further, further, further. You have to come in further. 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 Thanks, honey. That was so good. Can someone please clip that for me? Thank you. Alright. I've been humbled by my partner. I love disembodied hands delivering Xbox controllers. Right. Okay. Okay. Is this gonna work? Oh, it's not even on, Emily Ladder. You dingus. Far out, Brussels sprout. Need to get one of those. Okay. I might need to restart the game. Yeah, I don't know why, man. Xbox controls are weird. Let's just... alley-oop. Thanks for your patience, everybody. Let's go down to save and quit. Oh no. Why are you loading? I'm playing this on the Epic Games Store and it's loading and I'm wondering why. Please don't do that. Plus... Okay. Isn't that beautiful? That little... Gorgeous. Thanks for your patience, everybody. No, it's not working. Why? It's gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna have to troubleshoot that later. I'm not sure why it's not working, but maybe if I go down to options, gamepad. Okay. Will it work now? That's really annoying. Okay. I have a funny feeling the USB slot on the front of my computer is fried. Because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Which is about as frustrating as you can imagine. So, for now, you know what? We're going to come back to this wall later when I have my controller sorted out. Ooh, there's a chest. Ooh. We got a little gator guy. I'm actually surprised that you need so much dexterity for this game. Like, that's pretty interesting. So bye. The competition this year is fierce. Definitely not taking part. In this case, Z is correct. Ooh. Give me the money. Or the shell. For that person who was demanding shells. Give me the money. Give me that money. There we go. Boo. Hey, okay, now we're cooking with gas. We're getting some momentum. She says, falling down a cliff. Immediately. Oh, there's a shovel down there. Let's just talk to this painter. Let's interrupt what they're doing. Hey! What you painting? Oh, you can't tell? Oh, no. It's supposed to be the coastline, though. I'm trying to go for a more abstract look. Ah, I think I can see it now. It's still a work in progress. But I don't know if I like where it's going. I think I'm gonna head over to the Blackwood Forest Lighthouse soon. I'm still trying to find the right inspiration. Aren't we all? Oh, I want the chest. You know what? We're gonna get better at this controller stuff, and we're gonna come back. I found the shovel. Let's go back. We gotta give it to that person who wanted the shovel. Okay, let's see if I can glide any. Yeah, that's good. Yes, very good. Hey, Froggy, what's up, man? Hey, check out this shovel I found. It might be a little more your size. Oh, that's perfect. Let's trade. We got a shovel. When you want to use my shovel, press space to open your inventory and equip it. Keep it fresh. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Okay. Shovel. Equip. Yeah, I'm just gonna run around with this shovel. Totally safe, right? Okay. Press X to dig, right. Money. I'm ruining the environment. In the name of money. Okay, okay, okay. Oh. Aww. Do they say it's good luck to know where north is? Actually, I'm not sure, but it certainly can't be bad luck. No, don't push me off, please. I'm so challenged. Okay, there we go. We did it. We did it. Ooh, we're up. And now we're not. I have a funny feeling that it's going to take me a long time to play this game, even though it's meant to be a short game. Not for me. Oh yeah, stick. Yes, we're going to find someone that really wants some sticks. Oh god, it's the aggressive person. Oh yes. Oh dang it, I unequipped my shovel. Well, that's interesting. Do I need a better shovel? Just repot some plants, you know? You would love the running animation, you nerd. For the record, Nat is an animator. I'm not just randomly dunking on her. What if I bully the sandcastle? Oh, it's like, nope. Can I go to sleep again? Oh. Also, where's my partner? Wasn't I here with somebody? Oh yeah, we're getting some big glides now. Hell yeah. Just need to glide all over the place. Like in The Witcher, when you're just rolling. Geralt doesn't run, he rolls. Ooh. Oh, the ball's back! Very good. Must have washed up. Is Natsaw a part of the staff? No. Yeah, Nat worked on Wanderer, which is out now, and if y'all have VR, you should try it. I also worked on Wanderer, for just a little while. But that's how I became friends with Nat, who is a quality human being. And I think Neo Solarius is also around, who is also working on Wanderer, or worked on Wanderer, and is the community manager for AgriCrab, and a swell person as well. Yes. I got Nat some Taco Bell, and it was very good. Everyone was happy. True friendship, absolutely. Friends get friends Taco Bell. I'm so glad we got you some Taco Bell. That was very important. Why do I feel like there's something here? I wouldn't stick, not sure why I picked this up. Same. Hey! Money. I'm gonna have that hat in no time, y'all. Well, there's a new person down there. Let's go talk to them. Let's go be annoying. Oh, sick. Stunting. We stunting. Hell yeah. Look at that. Do you see that? That sweet spiral. There's something here. Money. Excuse me, do you have the time? Oh no. They want to tell me their life story. I just lost my watch. That's a really big mosquito. I'm scared, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. It was very expensive and priceless when you consider the sentimental value. I see. If you find it, can you bring it back to me? Sure. Please just sell it on the internet or whatever. It's very valuable to me. No, don't worry. I'll bring it right back. Okay, thank you. What'll you give me for it? Are you gonna give me money? For this very important watch that you have lost and you are not trying to find? Give me your money. New Zealand mozzies are big. Ooh, it's a feather. Let me up. Let me up. Eh. Eh. Let me up. I'm so bad. Oh, I'm overcomplicating it. As per usual. We found a golden feather. According to EGS, I only played a short hike for 2 hours, but that surprises me a lot. Let's see if I can play it for longer than that. It's been a while though. You should play it again. And then tell the developer how much you liked it. What's that? Visitor Center, Hawk Peak Trail. Okay, Sid Beach, Shirley's Point. Alright. Who's Shirley and why does she have a point? That's a good point, Shirley. No, there's nothing here. I'm just ruining the landscape. Cool, you got it. Alright, I think we've already been here. Oh no, I accidentally talked to the NPC. Oh no. It's more about the mood of the beach than the beach itself. Oh, okay. Crunch Wrap. Yes, this is a Crunch Wrap stan channel. Oh no. Let me... Frick! They're gonna go to the lighthouse. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Oh! Ooh, I'm gonna go off the freaking cliff. Ugh, okay, I'm gonna fiddle with the Xbox controller later and see what's up. Yeah, she's like, oh, okay. Whatever. Music's great. Oh, treasure. Y'all, I think getting to the peak of this place is actually not the point. It's about the journey, not the destination, you know. It's also about money. The EGS launcher is progressively getting there. Apparently they're just taking their time so they get it right, which I can kind of understand. And they've got the money to just sort of wait and like test features and stuff to make sure it's really good. But you gotta wonder how long they can do that for, huh? I think I've only ever bought one game on EGS, and that was Hades, which I still need to finish. Oh my giddy aunt. Z, not space. Whoa. I wonder if I can dig the boat. No, I can't dig the boat. Okay. Apply shovel directly to the boat. This is so charming. Oh, that's a tricky little spot for that coin. Wow. My nephew is running the marathon. In the marathon. He's been out training all morning. If you see him out there, make sure he's taking breaks. Aw, sweet. Has anyone here run a marathon? Ooh, I'm so bad at going upstairs. Oh man. Here we go. Into the wilds. A marathon? What is that? Long. It's long. Mainly. Oh my god. Is the marathon 40 kilometers? I nearly said 40 kilos then. That's where I'm at. Oh! Okay, don't beef it. Don't beef it, don't beef. I beefed it. Ooh, is that a cave? Oh my god, the way forward is blocked. Oh, that's so tantalizing. I want to know what it is. Ah, okay. Okay. Oh. Damn, Infmon, aka Sam, with the half marathon. Blocked? Surely there's reasons. Or can't be known. Don't beef it, don't beef it, don't beef it. Yeah! Money. Okay, we're falling down again. That's fine. Oh wow! I've been one of the people who prepares and hands out drinks to the marathon runners. Man. Nice. That's 40 whole kilometers. I think one of my friends back in Australia did an 100-kilometer run recently, and I'm like, how did your lungs not explode? Make it make sense, please. I think it must have been like 100 kilometers total. Over like a week or something. Okay. There's so many people just vibing on this track. That's cool. I was planning on hiking to Hawk Peak, but the path suddenly got really steep. Do you think it's climbable? Well, it would be if I had a golden feather. Apparently they sell them at the visitor center. Ah, thank you for the little reminder. Those plants just look so diggable. Oh no. I want to dig the plant. Okay. I will call you in 3 minutes, Sam. Unless I get distracted by something in the game, which is quite likely. Have I been there? I think I've been there. Have I been to that hut? Well, we're gonna find out because I just fell down. Let me in. Ah, yeah, rip, we've been here, we've been here. Oh no. My controller might have had... Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe Steam was like, yum. I'm stealing the controller now. Okay. Let me up. Yay. Oh, hello. Hi. Hi. Are you okay? Not really. I'm supposed to run for a marathon race today, but I've lost my lucky headband. I've wanted to every race I've ever run. I don't know if I could race without it. Where'd you lose it? Somewhere in Blackwood Forest. Sounds ominous. I could take a look for you. Really? You'd do that for me? Sure. It's a red headband. I can give you a reward. I could give you a pair of running shoes. Oh, a sponsorship. They gave me like 10 pairs. Wow, congrats. Let me know if you see your red headband. You got it, you got it. Alright. Okay, we're gonna dig, folks. Hey. Alright. Gosh, this is beautiful. Look at this. Look at that. Whoa. This is such a nice track. Wow. I wonder if that's a harp. Let's go ahead. Wow. Oh, you can like move the... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, sorry mate, I didn't mean to dig you. Weird question, but where do you get that headband? Oh, I don't know. I've had it for ages. Why? Oh well, I was just talking to this rabbit. She said she lost her headband somewhere in the forest. Oh, you mean Sue? Maybe. I didn't get her name. She was really worried about it though. She said it was lucky and she needs it to race. I'm supposed to race her later today. She's so talented. I've been really looking forward to it. Aww. That's real nice. Wholesome. Alright. Let's ring one Sambarum. Well, hello.
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 How's it going? How's it going today? Have you had your booster yet? Or is that
No,
tomorrow?
I just got a email today saying I'm allowed to have my booster.
Oh, that's
So,
good.
Science juice probably on Saturday.
We'd love to see it. Yes. I think the younger you are, the more knocked around you get by the vaccine and stuff, so
Wait.
you should be okay. I feel like I've just
Yeah.
implied that you're ancient, but sure.
I'm so old.
Oh, my bones are dust.
Grey hair.
Hey, yeah, you're very salt and pepper. Don't worry, I'll be there in a few years. I swear I see new grey hairs every damn day. I'm like, cool, that's okay. Grey hair's very in at the moment, so I'm just being fashionable slowly.
Exactly. Yep.
Well, behind you, we can see a little bit of Isaac and a little bit of Tom. So Tom is the fellow standing up, and Isaac is sitting down, and they're doing secret stuff. Hey, Isaac! Yay! Tom's just like, what? Cool beans. So, how's before we crack into the main thing that we were going to talk about today, how's everything going with the Wasteland update? We're nearly done, right?
Yep, we're nearly done. So today there were no more bugs entered by QA overnight. So unless we find something else, we're gonna do our final testing build today. I wouldn't be surprised if we find some more bugs. Testing isn't finished, but the fact that they tested for a day and didn't enter any more bugs is a good sign.
Hey, that is good.
Yeah. So we don't know yet what the release date is going to be, but the game being ready to release date is, we're hoping, the end of the week.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yep.
Because we started working on the Wasteland update right after we launched the Planet Editor. It might have even been before the Planet Editor came out. So it's been like 6 months, I think we said in a meeting.
Taken so long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. And we'll be talking about the Wasteland update in greater detail in the coming weeks. But in the meantime, everyone, you can go to Steam right now and opt into our experimental branch, or the experimental beta branch. I can't quite remember what it's called. And you can fiddle around with it right now. And if you find bugs, please tell us. Or if you find something to be bad, tell us too. But it might not get fixed because it's pretty late.
And if you're on Epic, if you're on the Epic Game Store, you can get access to a beta branch on there too, but you need to contact us and we give you access to it separately.
Yeah. Just come into our Discord, discord.gg/before we leave. And just message, probably you, Sam, would probably be the best person to speak to. So just at Chief Monkey.
Totally.
Yeah. Gotta give our EGS folks some love. Bowie, I have not set up a ! Commands thing. I probably need to do that. I think you're the first person to use that command, which is kind of funny because I set up this channel like a year ago. Oops. That's okay. So,
too many things to do.
I know, right? Oh my gosh. I feel like if I streamed every single day, it would be a different story. Like, I'd have the channel very much more fleshed out. But because we only do it like once a week, and in a month or two's time, I'll be doing it once a fortnight. There's not much point, I guess. Maybe that's mean. But anyway, on to the stuff that we actually wanted to talk about today. We've got quite a... I don't know if we'd call it an announcement, but we have some stuff that we want to be transparent about and talk to you all about. So, before we leave, won't be getting any further content updates after the Wasteland update.
That's right.
And we wanted to let you all know about that decision. Sam, as creative director and the person that's been working on the game for 4 years, can you tell us what's up with that?
We've decided that, as Emily says, that the Wasteland update is going to be our final content update. So we'll still do bug fixes and that kind of thing. But in the end, I mean, the game has been released for 2 years nearly, and we've done, correct me if I'm wrong, but 8 free updates in that time. And so we're really proud of what we've built, but it's kind of got to the point where we've done everything we want to with it. We've got lots of ideas. There's lots of things that we could do, but it's starting to either scrape the barrel or be big changes that there just isn't the economic equation to support. And it's like we're not going to go and spend a year refactoring it to add giant new features, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's time. We decided it was time to call it. One thing that I should specifically talk about, I know that on our roadmap for a very long time has been a scenario editor. And we've decided in particular that we're not going to do that. We were never terribly enthusiastic about it, and also we polled the community on Discord, and no one was terribly enthusiastic about it. And it was always going to be quite a difficult thing. It was going to be complex to make scenarios and not a thing that we could make easy to do.
Yeah.
So we decided, again, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't going to give any added value in practice.
Yeah.
To players. So yeah.
I don't think that the scenarios or even the planet editor kind of got the widespread adoption that we were sort of hoping for.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and the scenario the scenario editor update would have been kind of like a combination of those two things, because not only were we going to be like putting in an editor for scenarios, but we were also going to be writing a couple more of them. So that's an enormous amount of work.
Yeah, huge.
So when the community was just kind of like, and we were like, well, okay, cool. When we were talking before, Sam, the analogy that we both kind of decided on was like, when a TV show that you really love, or not necessarily even a TV show, maybe like a movie franchise, kind of just keeps cashing in and using it as a cash cow, and it kind of loses its charm, and it isn't as good as it once was, and it's like been wrung out to hell and back, and it kind of loses its I don't know, that you kind of feel less affectionate towards it, because it's like, well, this is just
they could have stopped when it was still good.
Yeah, like end on a high note rather than just like wringing the thing out for money. So we've kind of come to that conclusion as well.
Yeah. And I feel like the Wasteland update is that high note.
Yeah.
We've said before, I think it's our biggest content update ever.
Yes.
Certainly got some very deep changes in terms of adding smart shipping and nanotechnology that reshapes your islands and all sorts of really cool stuff like that. So it's a really cool thing, and it's going to be a real nice high note to finish on, we feel like.
Absolutely, yeah. It's really good. And I will be playing it on Twitch at some point, and you'll do your usual launch day broadcast whenever that will be.
Yep.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So that all sounds like kind of doom and gloom. I've just seen Gaming Miri say, so it's right before you leave. Oh my god, yes.
Nicely done.
Oh yeah, I think we've used that joke a few times in the studio as well. So good. So I don't think people will be salty about the scenario editor, Bowie. Like, everyone's so good and understanding. And if we do get a few salty people, that's okay. They're allowed to be salty.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. So, as I was saying, this kind of all sounds a bit doom and gloom, but we do actually have new stuff coming for before we leave.
Yep. So, I mean, pretty much all we can say is that there is going to be more console news, and fairly soon, which is cool. We're really looking forward to saying more in that space. But we can't say more than that yet, unfortunately. So yeah, there is more news coming about console stuff. And certainly there's going to be, there will likely be another bug fix release, that kind of thing, in the future.
Yes.
And I mean, we're not technically speaking, we're not saying there shall never be another content update for before we leave. We're just saying we currently have no plans for another content update. And the main reason for that, shall I go on to the next piece of good news?
Yeah, go for it.
Yep. The main reason for that is simply that we're moving on to a new project. We're moving our focus on to something new, finally, after, in my case, 4 or more years on the same thing. And we're a 7-person studio. We don't have the capacity to do 2 things at the once, basically, and to do them both well. And we'd rather do one thing well than 2 things badly.
Amen. Preach.
So yeah, yep, we're embarking on a new journey, which I think everyone is going to be really love when you find out more about it. I'm so looking forward to telling people what we're working on.
I'm so nervous. I'm sitting here. I feel like my bloody rib cage is collapsing. I'm just like, oh my god, because this is like, as a team, this is the first like new thing that we're working on together, and it's just like it's so cool, but it's so different at the same time. So like, I'm sure all of you know, like, when something happens in your life that's like, you've not done it before, but it's the next natural step, it's the next progression just in your life. It's the bit like, oh god, but
what's going to happen to me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But everything will be okay. It always is.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be awesome.
It will be very, very cool. Unfortunately, we can't really talk about that yet either, because it's very early days. So watch this space, everyone. You'll probably see more information beginning to trickle through in the next 6 to 9 months. Absolute minimum.
Yeah. Yep, it's not that it's like super secret, must not tell. It's more that it's early enough that we could tell you things and then it might all change.
Yeah.
And we don't want to tell you that XYZ is happening and then be like, oh, actually that was a terrible idea, we've completely changed it. Because that's just, it's not good for us to lead people on like that.
Yeah. Yes. And as the community manager, I think my hair would fall out and be like, no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that brings us on to the next thing. So you mentioned that in a month or 2 you're going to just move down to streaming every fortnight. So that is because Emily's still going to be our community manager, but because we're moving on to a new thing and there's not going to be so much in terms of community managing to do, she's actually going to be adding a role, basically. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to tell people, but Emily's going to be doing more stuff.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to do narrative design. I've already started just doing research and everything, and trying my best to put the round peg into the round hole, but I'm very nervous, as you all can probably tell, because the studio means so much to me, you guys mean so much to me. What we're working on is going to be so great and will also be really meaningful. And there's so many feelings. I love the community so much, so like, oh god, I'm thinking about it even now, I'm getting emotional. But narrative design is always something that I've really, really wanted to do, and it's actually kind of what I studied at university. But, and if I may be a little bit spicy here, I think that the games industry has a problem with hiring women outside of soft skill roles. So I'm really, really grateful that like you, Sam, and just the team in general have been so willing to let me step into something that I've not really done in a big capacity before, and just let me flourish, and under your guidance and support. Oh, it's so exciting. And Sarah, our producer is also a very good writer, and she's going to be taking on writing duties alongside her role as producer. But because for every single studio, narrative design and writing looks different, like sometimes the titles are literally swapped, and the writer will do like typical narrative design duties, and then the narrative designer will do like writing duties. It can be a bit messy, so we're trying to figure out what that means for us, and and take it from there. So again, watch this space. We'll probably have more information. We're not updating our roles officially yet. That will come probably around the same time that we're more open about our new project. But yes. Oh, Bowie says that he didn't know narrative design was a thing. Yes, so it's kind of like game design, but for the story. So as a narrative designer, what I will be doing is trying to figure out how to fit Sam's vision for the story of the game into mechanics and like player experience at a really high level. And then Sarah will be coming in and like fleshing out, NPC dialogue, so on and so forth. And I can't really say too much more than that because that will be spoiling stuff. Have I missed anything in chat? Thank you for hyping me up, everybody. Please hype Sarah up as well. Is there anything else to say on that topic, Sam?
Just going back to something else that Bowie asked about not saying too much about the game, asked if IP theft is also an issue. I mean, it can be, and that is one reason not to say too much until you've sort of got full steam under you and you can get a thing released before someone else can. Like, what was it? Three's announcing their game and someone else releasing a clone of it before they released their game, or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, it happened to Unpacking as well, I think, actually.
It's not a huge concern for us, but it is part of the whole mix of things.
Yeah. I actually don't think we've ever even mentioned that in a meeting yet, like the whole IP theft.
It's in my head, but we don't talk about it.
Yeah. Fun. Just the things that you have to think about when you're a business owner, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep. It doesn't keep me awake at night, but it does occupy my head quite a lot.
That sounds exhausting. Thank you for taking that burden off our shoulders. Wow. Oh, you're a party pooper? No, you're not, Bowie. It's all good. It's good to think about that sort of thing and like have different perspectives and all of that.
Yep.
I'm just having a cheeky gaze at the script that I wrote for today. Is there anything that we've missed? Does anyone have any questions for us? While we're waiting for questions, I just want to, like, on the me being around less as the community manager, I want to just, like, outline in more detail what that might look like. We don't have the details, completely solidified yet, but I will still be around.
Yep.
You'll just see less of me. You might, again, not set in stone yet, you might see someone from Team 17 kind of sharing my duties, but watch this space. We'll have more news for you in the coming months. But rest assured, we will always be around. You can talk to us on Discord. That's always the best place to catch us. Twitter is also pretty good, but we're very grateful for the community and the success of Before We Leave that has been driven, by the people who've bought the game and then like come in and talk to us and given us feedback. Absolutely no, we will not be abandoning the server.
Gosh, no. That would be a terrible idea.
No, God. No. I'm curious for what's to come, says Gaming Mary. Good. Curiosity's good. People say it killed the cat, but nah. It helped the cat run a business.
It's the one.
Yeah. Is that it, Sam? Do we have anything else to talk about?
I think so. Anyone got any questions? Come on, people, ask me a question.
Yeah, sheesh, get curious. Or have we been too
It
thorough?
says AMA, ask me anything.
Yeah. Because I can't think of anything. Wow.
This is the first stream I've been on since like last year, isn't it?
The last time you were on the Twitch stream was on your birthday.
Oh wow.
So there you go. So we've only done one other stream since then, so it's not too bad. It just feels like a really long time.
Bowie asking, what did we say for the ETA for the update? So we don't have a specific release date yet. We are hoping that it'll be like the update will be finished by the end of this week. But then there's like marketing processes and so on in terms of announcing it properly and, you know, release timing and all that sort of thing. That is, I mean, Team 17 is our publisher. That's their job, not ours. So we will tell everyone the release date as soon as we have one. And I mean, I don't want to guarantee anything. I would be surprised if it's not this month, but it may not be, just depending on timing of things.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, a few weeks, not too many.
Yeah, we're not gonna leave you guys waiting for like another 6 months or something like that. It's just a matter of when in the coming weeks. I would be surprised if y'all didn't have the update by April.
Oh yeah, that would be crazy.
Very surprised. A very important question, Sam. What type of Pokemon are you?
I have no idea. I've never played a Pokemon game.
Oh my
I know there's
goodness.
Pikachu, and that's about it.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh, good questions. I got to answer these questions. Who owns the Before We Leave IP? We do. Specifically Anna and I, given that we're the company directors and shareholders and all that. How did you come up with the company name? So we were trying to figure out a name for the company, and it was just me working solo. So I like monkeys, so we'd use monkeys, and I was balancing full-time work and being a husband and father and making a game. So Balancing Monkeys was the name. And have I ever had long hair? Yes, I have. When I was married, I had a ponytail halfway down my back. That was 23 years ago.
And you had auburn hair too as well, right? Or
Yep. It would go kind of reddish in summer.
Bro, what? That's so cool. If you have any old photos, I'd love to see it, because I literally cannot imagine you with anything that isn't your usual salt and pepper. That's wild.
Apparently, I'm a Bulbasaur, according to Sophia. I'll take that. I have no idea, but sure.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Or Squirtle, maybe, if we're doing the original 151.
Okay.
You're just like, cool. How old were you when Pokemon started to really pick up steam? Because that was like the late 90s, like 98-ish, 97.
I would have been early 30s.
Oh yeah, nah, you were well out of the demographic.
Yeah.
I was absolutely so obsessed. I had a Pokemon birthday party, and I dressed up as Pikachu, because of course I did. And my friend Zachary came in this wicked Starmie outfit. It was so good, and I remember being extremely jealous. But it went so hard. His mum must have stayed up all night making that for him.
Very cool.
It was very cool. I'll send you a picture of Starmie later, Sam, so you're not just like, Emily is saying random.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool.
So Starmie don't know it.
couple of great questions from Danny Kittens. I know very little about this industry. What is the difference between a developer and a publisher?
Oh,
And
good
then do
question.
all developers work with publishers? So it gets blurry. There's lots of nuance to this, but in general, a developer makes a game and the publisher will market and do the PR and all that sort of stuff. So the publisher creates a game, sorry, the developer creates a game, the publisher tells people that the game exists, is my basic take on it. Publishers do a lot more than that. They tend to do lots of quality assurance and testing and design support, and often publishers make their own games and that kind of thing. And definitely developers don't always work with publishers. Lots and lots and lots of people from small to big release their own games without a separate publisher. And yeah, that's the other thing, as Sophia Gamers 2000 just pointed out, publishers will often fund developers. So the publisher is the one with the money, and they'll be like, yes, we will give you X squillion dollars to make a game for us, and then we'll release it and make all the money.
Yeah, and take a cut of a little bit of the pie, you know? We actually released before we leave on the Epic Game Store without a publisher. Because, Sam, if I recall correctly, you wanted to experience what it was like to launch a game without a publisher.
Yeah. So it was put to me that if I released with a publisher, I'd never learn, because this was my first game, doing it all, not solo at that point because you and Isaac had joined. But there are lots of things that a publisher just does for you that I would never experience. So then when we came to release a new game, I wouldn't know what those things were like, and I wouldn't be able to make an informed decision as to whether I wanted to do them again or not. So having released before we leave without a publisher on EGS, and then even though it was a very short time frame, releasing it with a publisher on Steam, it means that we've got sort of that idea of what it's like going both ways, which is very, very cool.
Yeah, so we've literally had the best of both worlds. We're very lucky. There was another good question that I saw pop up. What is it like working with Team 17? I'll leave this one to you, boss.
I mean, it's great, but it's different. It's not necessarily better or worse than not having a publisher. It's just very, very different. Things take longer, but that's because they're getting us to reach a higher bar of quality. They have more than once found embarrassing bugs before we released them, which is great. And they've got much better experience and more capacity in terms of marketing and PR and talking to streamers and all that sort of thing, which is awesome.
Yeah, for me, oh man, one of the things that I struggled with the most was like when we were without a publisher, was the PR and the influencer relations or the content creator relations, because that's just something that I'm not really interested in. I know I'd be good at it, but it doesn't really appeal to me as a person. That kind of salesmanship, if you want to call it that. So when Team 17 came on board, I was like, oh yeah, someone else can do this work and I have a good excuse not to do it, because they have so much clout behind them. Like, you're going to probably ignore an email from Emily from Balancing Monkey, but if someone from Team 17 rolls into your inbox, you might sit up a little bit straighter, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to emphasize that, like, different doesn't necessarily mean, like, for better or for worse. It simply just is different. And Team 17, particularly the people that we've been dealing with, are really cool. Like, they're good people. So shout out to everyone at Team 17 who we've dealt with ever. Y'all are pretty magical.
You're all awesome people to work with. It's great.
Yeah, we did indeed ask for questions, as Sam has just pointed out in chat. Like, it's all good. We've had some chonky questions. Let's do one about Game Pass. How has Game Pass worked out for you? Are you allowed to publicly discuss revenue splits and how that's determined? Ooh.
So no, we are not allowed to discuss details like that. But I will say we're very, very happy with how that's worked out for us. So it's good for us, and that's great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Another question. I don't have to answer if it's awkward, but when a game goes on sale on Steam and or Epic, do they work with you to determine the sale price? That's Team 17's job that we do get some say in, right?
So Steam and Epic don't care. They don't have any interest in the sale price generally. But Team 17 and we collaborate on sale price.
Yeah. But you'll probably see before we leave, because it is getting to be like an old game now, I suppose. You'll probably see some bigger discounts and that sort of thing. I think that's pretty normal. As the game gets older, the steeper the discount, or the more generous the discount. When are you getting an orange Lambo, Sam?
Tomorrow. I've already ordered it.
Yeah, I've been waiting a while for it. You know, COVID delays and everything. Make sure you no, I'm not going to say that. That's way too spicy. Take some photos of your nice orange Lamborghini that you totally own.
Yes, of course.
So funny, my goodness. Like, you're just not the sort of person that would ever do that. Like, just thinking about you in a Lambo. I'm sorry, it cracks me up. Like, were you ever the sort of young man that was like super interested in fast cars, actually? Just never?
No.
That's so valid. Just, you're more of an A to B kind of guy.
Yeah. I press the pedals and turn the wheel and it gets me to where I'm going. That's enough.
Hey. Yeah, I'm probably more of a petrol head than you, which is pretty funny.
Probably.
Yeah. My dad used to take me, like when he would be driving me around, he would teach me the names of cars. So, with reasonably good accuracy, in Australia anyway, I can usually tell the make and the model and the year of a car just by looking at the headlights, just because Dad, drilled it into me. It's probably a really good way to shut me up when I think about it on, like, long trips. But thank you, Dad, for this random party trick that I have.
There you go.
Yep.
Name that car. You should go on a game show or something. Name that car.
Oh man.
Emily, for $5,000, what is this car?
Is it from the 90s or the 2000s? If no, then I'm stuffed. Oh man. Where are we with chat? Will you continue to use Unity, or would you like to delve into your own in-house engine one day? Oh god, that puts the fear of God into me. No.
I mean, I don't want to say that we will always use Unity, but we will always use off-the-shelf engine of some form. There is so much work that goes into making your own engine that unless you're doing it for giggles, it's just, why would you do that? And I know some people do make their own engine, and that's absolutely fine, but no thank you.
Yeah.
I've more than once in my youth made my own game engine, and I got bits working, but the full scope is just insane.
It's so big. Imagine making, oh my god, the scope, just, Sarah's probably having a meltdown right now, thinking about, like, how much it would add to our scope if we had our own proprietary engine.
Yeah.
Far out, Brussels sprout.
I mean, proprietary engines, because you want to achieve something specific that Unity or Unreal or whatever won't do, sure, go for it. But, yeah, no, that's not what we're interested in, I think.
No, I don't think we've ever talked about it. Sarah said, please no. Yeah, That's valid. That's accurate. Did we miss any questions? Have we missed any questions, gang? Please nudge us if we have.
Sophia said, when is during we leave coming?
Oh my giddy aunt. Does that
I
even
don't know
make
if I want
sense?
to answer that or not. I thought we were going to call it Are We There Yet?
Yeah. Are we there yet?
It will come when it is ready.
Yeah, at the same time as we release the Space World dating sim.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's going to happen one day. I'm gonna get into
one question from Bowie. Publishers sometimes ask their developers to also publish future games like book publishers. Yep, that's quite common. To lock in a franchise or whatever. Because of course, the publisher's putting in a lot of effort to market and release a game. Why wouldn't they want to be around for other games that can take advantage of that?
Oh. What's Bolt? Do you use any visual scripting and development like Bolt? I think you'll just use Visual Studio. Right?
Yeah, no. So I've been a programmer for 23 years now, software developer in various fields. So I came to Unity very much as I know how to program. I'll just use Unity to do the bits that I don't know how to, like rendering and texturing and all the rest of it. And visual scripting, it has its place, but I already knew how to do all the things that would have helped with. So yeah, it's all pure C# code.
I was looking at, this is so nerdy in a different way, but I was looking at virtual amplifiers for guitars, and you can like make your own tones, and it looks like Unreal. Like, how the visual scripting in Unreal looks? There's just like this musician like making these tones by dragging the nodes and stuff around and like linking it all together. I was like, that's Unreal. What the... I didn't expect my worlds to intersect like this, but okay, here we are. It was so wild. Like, it's just really popular these days, huh?
Yeah. And I think to answer your question from before, I think Bolt is the visual scripting thing in Unity, fairly recently added.
Oh.
That's what I vaguely remember.
I feel like they bought that company out.
Could
Probably.
be.
Yeah.
Happens.
Visual scripting basically means drawing lines between boxes rather than typing scripts into files. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
100%. Cool beans. Well, Sam, you've been on for 45 minutes now.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna let you go and wrap the stream up as well.
Right.
But so gang, if you have any last minute questions, get them in like literally right now. Before I send.
Time is ticking.
Yep, TikTok, not the app. TikTok has taken a nice little idiom. How dare they? How rude.
Yes, very rude.
Yeah.
Totally should have named them something else.
Like
Apple
like
or
Tic Tacs.
orange.
Apple or orange. Oh my god.
I love both so long as they're nice. I hate soft, flowery apples.
Preach.
And I hate dry oranges. But nice crisp apples or nice juicy oranges, love them both.
Absolutely. God, I hate flowery apples. There's nothing worse when you bite into one and it's got that mouth feel and you're just like, well, that just ruined my day.
Yep, totally.
All right. And on that explosive question, we'll wrap it up.
Oh,
Sam,
yeah, we've ripped the world apart with that one.
Yeah, I know, right? Thank you so much for coming on and having a good old yarn. As always, Sam is in the Before We Leave Discord as Chief Monkey. I'm also there, so if you have any burning questions, please pop in and ask us. You can also ask on our social platforms and that sort of thing. I check them every day. So I'm usually just lurking around, so always ask us questions. We're happy to answer. I will see you on the internet, Sam.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you later.
Let me just go here. Let me go do that. Yeah, get out of here. Gang, and thank you all for joining me as I played a short hike. I'm absolutely going to play... Oh, I just opened it. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. it can just play the sound. Yes. Thank you very much for joining us. A Short Hike is beautiful. I'm super looking forward to playing more of it. I'll be back next Wednesday, 10 a.m. New Zealand Standard Time. Check the Twitch schedule if you're not sure what that translates to in your time zone. Thank you, Bowie. I'm very excited and I'm very nervous, but I love my team so damn much. They're always so supportive of me and like what I want to do. I'm a very lucky girly indeed to be surrounded by so many wonderful people, including you all. Danny Kittens, thank you so much for popping in and asking really good questions. It's good stuff. And as I said, I'll be back with A Short Hike next Wednesday. If you want me to play more games like this as well, that are like non-violent and really cozy and cute and chill, pop into the Discord and give me your suggestions as well, because this isn't the last time I'll be streaming these sorts of games. I'll see you all next week. Bye!